My wife bragged, "I make the rules here." So I packed and let her rule her own loneliness. The control didn't happen overnight. First, comments about my clothes, then who I could spend time with, eventually how I should think. My friends disappeared one by one, deemed bad influences. Family visits became rare with convenient excuses. I had become a guest in my own life. That week, she came home with shopping bags full of clothes she'd bought for me. "Your wardrobe is embarrassing," she declared. "These are more appropriate." I thanked her quietly, while something inside me screamed. Later, she criticized how I loaded the dishwasher, reorganizing it completely. "Just let me do it right," she snapped. Then came comments about my weight, my ambition, how my family had no manners. 3 days after that dinner party, I sat across from a lawyer in a coffee shop across town. "Document everything," he advised. "Keep records of controlling behavior, financial information, instances of emotional abuse." I created a secret email account at the library, opened a separate bank account, diverting small amounts from paychecks. Not enough to raise suspicion, but enough to build an emergency fund. I researched apartments in neighborhoods she'd never visit. The hardest part was maintaining normalcy. I continued nodding at her criticisms, playing the role I'd perfected. But I was now an actor conscious of his performance, rather than someone who'd forgotten he was on stage. 6 weeks into preparations, she announced a weekend spa trip. "You'll be fine on your own, I suppose." The night she criticized how I'd packed her suitcase, emptying it completely to refold everything while listing my deficiencies, any remaining doubt evaporated. After dropping her off, I drove straight to the bank, withdrew half our joint savings, legally mine, and deposited it into my new account. At home, I packed methodically: clothes, personal items, family photographs, only what was undeniably mine. I placed my house key and a sealed letter on the kitchen counter, brief, stating I was leaving and would contact her through my lawyer. No explanations, no accusations, nothing that could be twisted. Driving away felt like emerging from underwater after nearly drowning. My phone stayed off until Sunday morning. When I turned it on, 27 missed calls, 43 texts, 5 voicemails. I forwarded everything to my lawyer without reading them. Monday at work, she showed up in the lobby. "We need to talk," she stated, loud enough for the receptionist to hear. "Any communication needs to go through my lawyer." Her eyes narrowed. "After 10 years, I don't even deserve a conversation?" I simply repeated, "Please contact my lawyer," and turned to leave. "Everyone thinks you've lost your mind," she called after me. "What kind of man does that?" I kept walking. Her tactics evolved over the following weeks. Initial rage gave way to tearful pleas. "I don't understand what happened. We can fix this." Then came the apology email. Promises of therapy, change, transformation. My finger hovered over reply until I noticed the apology focused entirely on what she would lose without me. My income, my help, my presence. Not once did it mention my happiness. I forwarded it to my lawyer without replying. 3 months in, I rediscovered old hobbies she'd dismissed. 6 months after leaving, I attended a friend's wedding alone. I danced, laughed loudly, stayed until the end, helping stack chairs. Not once did I check my phone anxiously. Driving home that night, I realized something profound. I was happy. 1 year later, the divorce was finalized. I signed the papers without shaking. 13 months after leaving, I encountered her at a restaurant while dining with colleagues. She approached my table. "You look well," she said, tone suggesting this was somehow offensive. "Thank you. You too." Silence stretched. She broke first. "Was it worth it, throwing away 10 years? I chose a different path. I wish you happiness." "I mean that." Her expression flickered between anger and confusion. Before she could respond, I excused myself. Walking to the parking lot, a coworker asked, "Ex-wife?" "Yes." That looked intense. I considered this. "Actually, it wasn't. Subscribe if you think she was wrong."